Baby, this is do or die. Feel it in my veins tonight. Emotional suicide. You know it's an eye for eye. I didn't wanna walk the plank. But the Mariona, it came like the thunder. I was on my way to going under. Swimming in the banyan, I was covered in a tidal wave. But I'm a fighter. Trying to take me down, I'm going higher. Baby, you've been playing with some fire. You've been playing with fire. One day you will see what you made of me. Found my inner peace. You are to release in the dead of night. In the dead of night.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to beautiful Montreal for round 10, where SnB's F1 series takes on the circuit Gilles Villeneuve. Tonight, we're going to have a few things to talk about, one of which is going to be the Wall of Champions. It has been the site of numerous infamous crashes, including the 3 from the same race in '99, involving Michael Schumacher, Damon Hill, and Jacques Villeneuve, coming out of turn 14. So that is going to be one thing we needed to watch. The other is the fact that this is such a narrow track. It is very unforgiving if you make a mistake. We're going to see a lot of penalties tonight. We're going to see some guys hit the wall tonight. So we're going to have to watch out for those few things. But a fun track, but it is definitely going to be a challenge. I want to give a shout out to you guys in chat. Earth, Repeat, I hope you guys are doing good. Pete, Stranger, I know it's gonna be fun out here. I'm glad I'm in the booth, but we have 14 drivers slated to grid tonight. We're in qualifying, over 16 minutes left in qualifying. Before we take a look at these guys, let's have a look at the track and see what that's all about. Before we go there, David, thank you for the tier 1. He is out on track. Going to be qualifying soon enough, but thank you. 48 months, 2 years. Let's go. That is absolutely amazing. Let's take a look at the track.
After yesterday's incredible qualifying, there's no doubt we're in for an intense race here in Montreal, and I think we're just about ready to begin. With top speeds of around 210 miles per hour heading into the overtaking opportunity of turn 13, the 2.7 miles of the circuit Gilles Villeneuve are some of the quickest on the Formula One calendar. There are 14 corners in total, with 60% of the lap taken at full throttle, and average speeds clock in at about 130 miles per hour.
All right, well, you saw it there. That's a little bit about the track. In practice, we saw Culture with the fastest time, a 1:11.4. Mayer was out there in second with Polish third on the times there. Hokie not too far behind. So I have a feeling that we're going to see more groups. We're going to have packs of drivers. We're going to have a lot of racing. Last week was probably my favorite race as far as these guys racing for the lead. But oh no, it's James. He's going to go straight to the top of the board. Only one with the time yet, but it is a 1:13.5. Hokie fan is going to beat him out 4/10 with a 1:13.1. Ferrari is, however, dominating as a team. They have won the last 5 races. So let's go ahead and take a look at the points. Jacob still in the lead with 159 points. His teammate for Ferrari is going to be Mayor of Bag City. He's got 138 points. Ranger, he is going to miss tonight once again. That is going to bring a huge deficit in points as far as trying to make it up there to the lead. He is out here in third, 114. JDM Culture, who is fast in practice, he is P4 with 98. Leaf Justin going to round out the top 5 with 78. Polish Hammer, he is coming off of a fantastic race at China, so we'll see what he can do tonight. He is P6 with 67. For the constructors standings, we're going to have Ferrari. They are with a huge lead, just over 100 points with 297. Aston Martin is going to continue to fall behind without one of his drivers, which is going to be Rangers. They're in second with 194. Mercedes in third with 157. McLaren has 92, sitting P4. And Williams going to round out that top 5 with 71. There you have the point standings. Let's take a look at some of these drivers out here. Jacob goes to the top of the board with a 111.0. He's going to have his teammate for Ferrari. 111.2, just 2/10 behind. Culture, fastest in practice. He's out here with a 111.3. So you know these drivers are going to have a lot of competition during the race, which that just gets me excited. I love to see the battles for the lead. Definitely, if you have not seen last week, go watch. It is worth it. You can watch it on Twitch or on Frozen Toast 24 out on YouTube. P4, we're going to have JC with a 112.0. That's going to start the 112s. Right behind him is going to be Polish Hammer. He is out here with a 112.1. Leaf Justin, 112.4, and he's coming to pit lane. Hokey Fan, he's got a 113.1. Oh no, Shames, 113.2. Chargers, he's on the board. 114.4. Let's take a look at the drive around here. I've heard from some drivers a few trouble spots. 3 and 4 and pretty much coming out of a lot of these chicanes. We're having one of the drivers with an issue. We'll see what happens with him. Wolfish is going to be a new driver out here. First race for him. I'm excited to see what he can do, and you see him get a little loose. The car, little oversteer out here for him coming around that corner. We'll watch him as he goes around, but so far looking pretty solid. Coming around the hairpin corner of 10 and 11. He is on his outlap. A lot of these guys will be on the softs. A couple of drivers were talking about possibly maybe a rain race. They will know that more than I will at this point. It gives them an update. I do not know the weather conditions heading in, but Wolfish is headed into pit lane. Skylin, for those of you who have watched the NASCAR series, the IndyCar series, the F1 series throughout the years, you recognize that name. He is out here tonight, first race of the season. He's out here cold turkey, so we'll see what lap times he can do, but excited to see him out here. It's great to have him. A lot of penalties I'm thinking are going to be handed out. We've seen a couple of races where that is the case. Tonight, I think it's going to be kind of hefty, so some of these drivers might take it easy. And if it comes to a late caution, they were talking about it in chat here. If it comes to a late caution and you're clean and the others around you have those penalties, you're going to make up some positions, which will be a great strategy. Take it easy, stay within the limits, and you could come out a few positions better than you hoped. 3 drivers in the 111s. We're going to see Jacob 111.0 flirting with a 110, which is faster than what we saw in practice. So impressive lap times out here. The fastest we saw in practice was a 111.4, so already 4/10 faster. Smeagol, that is a name I haven't heard forever. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Mayor of Bag City, 111.2. Culture, 0.3. And Polish Hammer is going to join him up there in the 111 club. And that's going to be with a 0.5 out there. So, yeah, I'm liking this. You guys know this. I like how close it is for the competition. 112s are going to see a grouping of JC, Leaf Justin, and David MC. David's going to round out the top 7 here with Hokie Fan leading the 113. So close to a 112. Just over 8 minutes left. So we'll see what these guys can do. But man, if we can get a 110, I will be very, very impressed. These lap times are already extremely close together. We're going to have some tight racing if that remains that way. Smeagol, I'm glad you're doing good. David, we have him out on track. Thanks again for the tier 1 sub. This guy, he's been out here forever. The IndyCar League, the F1 League. He's raced out here in the stock car, NASCAR. So it's always fun. We see a lot of familiar faces out here. A few new faces, which is always fun. Morgs, what's up? How are you? Tell us who you're rooting for. I already know it, but I know we got some fans out here. I absolutely love it. 14 drivers. Dion, the owner of the league, is P14, has not gone out yet. Skyland, he has yet to come out. Woofish, no lap time for him just yet. So 2 of our new drivers have not put a lap time down yet. If I can almost talk. Dion gets on the board with a 115.8. We'll see if he can improve that, but no takers for a 110 just yet. We're flirting with it though. We are definitely flirting with it. All right, with Woofish, he looks like he's going to be on board with Alpine. That's going to be JC's teammate out here, so that will help with the point standings for Alpine. Skyland, I believe he is going to drive for McLaren tonight, so that's going to help out teammate Hokie Fan. Sky and Woofish, I do believe they will make several starts for the remainder of the season. I'm not sure if they're going to make all of them, but yeah, I can't wait to see what they can bring out here to the track. Skyland is pretty new to 2022 from what he's saying. See what he can do. Jacob still in the pits here. Culture still in the pits. Mayor of Bag City has had such a fantastic season. He's got 4 wins. He won last week at the China Grand Prix. He won at the French Grand Prix. That was going to be his 3rd and 4th win. If he gets tonight, that is going to be 3 wins in a row. Absolutely amazing. Just doing a fantastic job out there for Ferrari. They have a huge lead over points, so I'm excited to see what he can do. His teammate, though, is leading in points, and that is going to be Jacob. He's going to try to close that gap, though, and compete for the lead standings. We'll see what he can do. Nico, what's up? How are you? I hope you're doing good. Great to have you guys out here. Last week we had kind of a, from what I remember, it was kind of a short grid. Tonight we're back to 14. I'm hoping everyone can survive it. We've talked about the penalties. We've talked about how narrow this track is. So that is something that these drivers will have to watch out for. Morg says, Team Ferrari. I already knew it, but man, oh man. The fans are out for Ferrari once again. You gotta love it. We're on board with Mayor of Bag City, and he's got a 110.8. Man. Oh, hard into the wall. I think we're going to see that a lot tonight, guys. Trying to see who that was. I believe that will be Dion. Yeah. I'm rooting for you, Dion. I want to see every driver finish out here. No penalties. No missing wings. It's going to be great. Stay away from the wall of champions. That is such a sneaky spot. I was watching more videos on the wall of champions tonight. And man, oh man. One race, several drivers, and several over lots of years. So that is one corner that I would be very wary of. coming around. The strategy for me is going to be, you just got to take it easy. Hope you don't get the penalties, keep it clean. And like I said, if you get a late caution, you're going to be sitting pretty compared to others who have really, really pushed the boundaries and have gotten those penalties stacked up. We've seen it before, and I think tonight is a possibility to see a lot more penalties for these drivers. Mayer has seemed to be pretty consistently clean, so I think he will be one to be okay, along with a few other drivers, so we'll see what they can do. Smigo says he's gone. He gone. 3 drivers in the 111s. Mayor of Bag City leading the field with a 110. JC. He's going to be out here on his outlap, a 112.026. Directly behind him is going to be Leaf Justin, a 112.039. So incredibly close. He's going to be for Aston Martin. His teammate Rangers is out once again this week. 2 weeks in a row, so that is definitely going to hurt their point standings. David looking really solid out there. P7, a 112.7. Hokie fan, 113.0. Oh no, it's Shames. He's a 113.2. Woof goes to 113.4. Sky, once he gets warmed up, you guys watch out. He's got a 114.4, but I think we're gonna see that time shrink a little bit. Real, what's up? How are you? Hey, how did the Glen go? Let me know. Hope everyone had a happy Father's Day also. We had a lot of fun celebrating the dads. Chargers got a 114.4. Dion, 115.8. The only one who does not have a lap time yet was J-Mac. Real, it went horrible. Oh no. Oh no. You have to let me know what happened. I hate to hear that. 6 hours is a long time to not have a good race. So hopefully if it was not a good race, I hate to say it, but hopefully it was at the end, but I think that's even more frustrating if you're having a really good race until then. So it's one of those things. Racing is difficult when it comes to, you know, how things go. JDM Culture 110.9. He has been very competitive tonight. Love to see it. We're going to see some battles with these guys. An 8, a 9, and a 1, 11-0. Let's go. I'm excited. We finished, he says. Well, that is good. That is good. It could have been worse if you can't finish. I got murdered in the bus stop lap 1. No. Real, that's awful. Lap 1 even? Oh, man. That's brutal. That's brutal. But you know what? You guys kept at it. You finished. So, hey, huge props to you guys, because that can be very, very frustrating. All right, I was about to say, where's the qualifying time? Here we have 20 seconds left. Qualifying flew, leave Justin. I don't know what exactly happened to him, but he's grayed out on the board. A 112.0 leading out the 12s here. J-Mac shoots up to a 112.0 also. How about that? You're headed to Spa next. Oh, nice. Yeah, I hope it does. I hope it does. 9 through 14 are finished with their times. Going to be anywhere from a 112.7 to a 115.8. Culture. He is finished out there. We'll see. I want to see where Mayer is. He'll be finishing out his lap, going past the wall of champions coming up here. Let's go on board. You guys can take a look. Right through the chicane right here, coming out of turn 14. It can get very, very tricky. Lose traction there. Slam into the wall, and that can be enough to ruin a race. He will be the pole sitter though. 110.8. Culture in second. 110.9. Jacob. Oh, I spoke too soon, you guys. A 110.6. He goes straight to pole position. Man, what a time. The fastest time we saw in practice was a 111.4 laid down by Culture. Jacob just absolutely smashed that by almost a full second. That's incredible. Absolutely incredible. All right, Jacob gonna lead it off for the Ferrari team. Mayer, his teammate, gonna be in second. So Ferrari on the front row, just absolutely dominating the season. Huge congratulations to Jacob. I love seeing what he's doing out here this season. Yeah, he gets another pole. He has won, let's see how many races. He has won 3 races, looking to make it a 4th tonight. He's on pole tonight. Mayer in second. Culture is going to be 3rd. Polish Hammer for Williams Racing in 4th. JC for Alpine is going to be 5th. J Mac Attack for Mercedes in 6th. In 7th, we have Leaf Justin for Aston Martin. 8th is going to be Hokie Fan for McLaren. 9th is going to be David for Haas. 10th is going to be, oh no, it's Shames, the Haas team, right next to each other. Williams Racing was going to be Chargers. He's in 11th. Wolf is going to be Alpine. He's in 12th. McLaren for Skyline. He is going to be 13th. And Dion for Aston Martin. He's going to round out the field P14. Morg says, let's go. I'm with you, man. I'm so pumped. I know there's a lot of drivers excited for Canada here, but man, oh man. Tough race next week will be Austria. These guys will get lined up and ready to go for their formation lap. Any prediction? Do we have any predictions for a win tonight? Who is going to be driver of the day? Let me know. What you got? Sky was going to join me in the booth, but he decided to get in the car seat here, so good to see him out there. All right, next week will be round 11, and then looks like July 11th will be Silverstone. And these guys are Jacob, and then we're going to have Mayor of Bag City. You guys know what I say. Turn 1, lap 1. That is what could go very bad if we can get past that. Well, I can't even say that for tonight. We're going to see a few incidents. We're going to see some cars into the wall. We're going to see a lot of penalties. If not, I will be extremely surprised. But turn 1, lap 1 has a very high percentage to be pretty bad. Pretty bad pretty quickly. Let's go on board with Jacob. A phenomenal season for him. The improvement that I've seen from him is just incredible. Mayor of Bag City, he's looking at a comeback season. Last season, he was just battling it out. So competitive with Rangers, but Rangers was just so dominating here. You can see the stop. We have hards to mediums. 2 stop is going to be mediums, 2 softs. So we'll see what these guys do. Most of them do decide to do a 1 stopper unless something catastrophic happens. Here we go through the final corners, 13 and 14, and we're going to line up. Jacob going to make me dizzy with all this tire warming. Teammate Mayor of Bag City. These starts, you really have to nail it too. We're going to have to keep our eye out because this is going to be a wild start. A lot of speed heading into these corners. Not a lot of room. A very narrow track. Looks like everyone is lined up. We're getting ready for the lights to go out here at the Canadian Grand Prix. And the lights are out here at the Canadian Grand Prix Circuit Gilles Villeneuve. Here we go, headed into the first corner. So far looking okay. Let's have a bigger view here. And yeah, these guys going too wide all the way through, but so far it's okay. A driver hits the grass and he gets a little loose, but we are still on the move. I want to take a look. Positions changed. Dion gains 5 positions. How about that? Let's go to our leaders. Jacob still in the lead. Mayor of Bag City is going to be in second. We already have a battle brewing up for second. Culture looked like he was trying to take a peek on the inside, unable to do so. Paul, what's up? How are you? Svet, what's up? How are you? Hope you're doing well. Hopefully I said that okay. Take a look at this. Our top 4 drivers all within a second. JC is in the top 5, looking in on that second, trying to get in within that second gap. Pretty even gap between Mayor and Culture and those guys with Jacob. Jacob's going to have the fastest lap, a minute 20.8 for the first lap here. We're headed to lap 2. Our top 3 drivers, you could cover them with a blanket. I think it's going to get very interesting with these guys. They just have to remember. Already, I was going to say they have to remember, don't get those time penalties. We have our first 3-second time penalty, and that goes to Polish Hammer. Let me tell you guys, he is the one who is saying, I'm going to take it easy. I don't want these penalties, so I'm going to try stay penalty free. And if we get that late caution, I'll be doing really, really well if those guys around me have those cautions. Unfortunately, he's already got one. That is definitely going to hurt his fight here. Mayor, half a second behind Jacob. His teammate Culture is going to be half a second behind his second place. Checkered flag. He has it flying. This race just started. Is going to be an exciting one. Let's go through the field here. Leave Justin just under a second behind JC. Teammates getting ready to battle it out, but Jacob already gets a 1:14.3 fastest time of the session so far. Oh no, it's Shames. He's going to send it in. Can he hold on to it? Takes a little wide. Goes out wide in the next corner. That is definitely going to hurt him. Dion, he is behind, and he's going to have to watch where he kind of throws that in because, oh no, it's Shames. He's trying to get everything he can out of this. You know, he got a couple of warnings within those last couple of corners. Go on board with Dion. He's got David looking on the outside. He makes the pass over Dion, so he is directly with, oh no, it's Shames, which is his teammate. These guys race for Haas. Making up those positions, looking really solid so far. Wolf, this is going to be his first race of the season. He comes in late. Tonight, this is round 10. He makes his appearance, and so far, P11. A long race to be had, so there's plenty of time to make up some spots here. J Mac Attack says, I'm going to be lucky if I do not get in a wreck tonight. We'll see what he can do. He surprised himself with a couple of podiums so far this season. Might be able to do it again. Skylin, he's joining us tonight. A long-time member of SnB, but the first time racing this season. He's out here P13, just trying to get a feel for the car. Charger, he is P14 right now. Doing pretty solid though. Paul says it looks like Jacob is a solid favorite. Absolutely. He has got some speed this season. Tonight is no different. He's got the speed here at Canadian Grand Prix. I almost said Canadian Tire. Mayor of Bag City directly behind him, but almost 2 seconds back. Vulture and Mayor, they've had a couple of run-ins. He is going to be directly behind him, just under a second. Will he be able to close that gap? Polish sitting P4. He was with this group, but has since fallen back. He does have a 3-second time penalty. JC looking pretty solid so far. Rounding out the top 5, race control Dion with a 3-second time penalty. So far, lap 5, and we already have 2 drivers with a penalty. Polish and Dion. Leaf Justin, he is going to be 0.7 behind P5. You can see these guys cutting it so close. Oh man, that would really scare me. I would worry if he said Canadian Dry. Not Canadian Dry, but I almost said a Canadian Tire. Circuit Gilles Villeneuve. So fun to say. That wall of champions, though, watch out. It really scares me. These guys made it through so far just fine, but you know I tend to have... Oh! JC gets a little loose, able to hold on to it. Fantastic save on his end. The oversteer is unreal coming out of these corners. Trying to get on that throttle, get on it a little too quickly. Tires don't have time to get that traction, and you can turn pretty fast. Justin so far top 5. JC falls to 6. Hokie fan. He's 7. David still leading for his teammates, the Haas team, and he's P8. Oh no, it's Shames, P9, J-Mac Attack. He is out here in 10th. These drivers are starting to separate. We do have a couple of teammates together, and that is going to be those Haas teammates, 8th and 9th. We're going to have Ferrari once again leading the field. How about that? I don't know. Is anyone going to be able to take over these guys? Dethrone them. They do have the points lead. Let's go ahead and take a look at the points. Jacob is in the lead. He races for Team Ferrari. He's sitting P1 so far. He is the leader of the race. Mayor of Bag City is in 2nd. He has 138 points. Rangers, once again, he misses another week. He will, it is possible that he will fall another spot to P4. We'll see what happens. The constructor standings, Ferrari is on top with a whopping 297 points. Aston Martin, they have 194, just over 100 points behind. Mercedes, they have 157, sitting P3. McLaren has 92 points, sitting P4. Williams going to round out the top 5 with 71 points. Give me back my menus. Thank you. I didn't want to do it. All right, let's take a look. I want to see what tire. Yeah, we're going to have, oh no, it's Shames and Dion. They are on the medium tire compound. Everyone else is on the hards. This is going to tell me that these guys are trying to do a one-stopper tonight. Oh no, it's Shames. He seems to go on his, his own way here. He might try to do a two-stopper tonight. We'll see what happens, but he seems to be on a different strategy than the rest of this crew, along with Dion. So far, lap 8 of 35, 2 penalties on the board, both with 3 seconds. That's going to be Polish and Dion. Polish is sitting out there P4. Dion is P13. Mayor of Bag City kind of increasing that gap just at the 2-second mark. Culture is going to fall behind. He's going to be almost 3 seconds back from Mayor of Bag City. So these guys definitely separating. I'll be honest, I thought it was going to be a little bit closer for these guys, but take a look. Leave Justin. He is making his way to Polish Hammer. He is putting on the pressure that is going to possibly pressure Polish into making another mistake, possibly getting another penalty. Or will he pull over and just say, hey, you know what? You take the position, I'll come back for it later. I can't afford another penalty. Just as I say that, you guys, the pressure is on. He gets another penalty. That's 6 seconds of penalties tonight so far. Chargers, he's gonna get 3-second penalty. I'm nervous. I am very nervous. 4 penalties, 9 laps. Justin, he just has to continue to put that pressure on. And if I were Polish, I'm just going to say, hey, go ahead and pass me. But he does have another driver behind him. That is going to be JC. So is he going to let both of these drivers go ahead and pass him? He will lose 2 spots. But, you know, that might be the best decision right now. Here we go. They are passing for position. Justin is going to take over P4. Polish moves back to 5th. Will he do the same for JC? We're going to find out rather shortly here. Okay. We have an issue. Sector 1, 2, and 3. This is going to change a few things, you guys. Let's take a look through here. Dion's got a DNF, so obviously he was affected. Oh, man, tough. Couple of guys in the pits. We're gonna have Wolf and Skylin. They are both in pit lane. Oki gets a 3-second time penalty. This race has a potential to be kind of messy. We're gonna have those penalties. We're gonna have some cars DNF. Mayor of Bag City, a solid race so far. Lap 10 of 35 though, and we've seen a lot of things happen. Mayor goes to the lead here. Jacob is on pit lane. He's gonna lose another spot. Culture goes up to 2nd. Polish is gonna take over that 3rd spot. Hokie fan, 5-second penalty for speeding in pit lane. Oh, man. These penalties are adding up quickly. I knew it was going to be an issue tonight. I didn't think we're going to have just a few drivers with heavy penalties. I thought it was going to be more spread out, but the night is still young. We're not even halfway through the race. Jacob comes out. He's on those medium tire compounds. I'm thinking he is expecting another caution to come out here. Possibly go in for a 2nd round for pit stops here. Later in the race. On board with Mayor. We're going to have a couple of laps here to get these guys caught up. This makes things very interesting. Rangers, where are you? We're missing you out here. Dion did crash. He did crash. I didn't catch it. I did not catch it. We need replays. I'm too slow. Too slow. The Canadian GP out here, it can be brutal. It's narrow. It's slippery. It is unforgiving for any type of mistake. The penalties are adding up. It's tough. It's tough. I know, Dion, you made up so many positions. Yeah, Paul. I think some of these guys will try to do 2 stops. Jacob already went in. Dion, if you want to join me in the booth, you let me know. I'm a little surprised that Jacob went in. But then again, you know, I feel like it might be a good call. Once we go back, Mayor will lead us off here. I gotcha. So Austria is next week. Rangers will be back. Hopefully you will not lose another spot. Rangers has had a great season. We're definitely missing him tonight. I want to see him out here competing for this win. On board with cultures. We'll see if we go in. I would think that we'll go green this time around. I have heard so many good things about 2023. You were like the 10th person to tell me how great it is. I really raced this one, but yeah, from what I'm hearing, 2023 is pretty amazing. I know they have red flags, so that could possibly be a thing out here. So kind of crazy. Morgs, subscribe tier 1 for 6 months in advance. Man, oh man, thank you so much. Thank you. That is freaking amazing. Let's get some hype in here. That is awesome. Thank you again. I know, Dion. I really wanted to hear that they changed and made it a little bit better for spectator mode. I'm hearing that it did not change, though. I wanted different camera angles. I wanted a replay because apparently I'm just awful at catching exactly what happens when it happens. I'm not that good. Safety car is in this lap around, so yeah. We'll be going green once again. Mayor. He's going to be leading us off. He's going to have a lot of hungry cars behind him. These guys will have to watch it heading into turn 1, lap 1 on the restart here. We're headed to lap 14. Jacob is in P4. He has led this entire race until he chose to go in. So we'll see him. Hopefully he doesn't get in too much trouble. David moves up to 5th, though. 5th and 6th for David. And oh no, it's Shames. Justin fell down to 7th. Let's take a look. Justin went in. JC, J-Mac. Here we go. Back to green. Mayor with a great start. JDM Culture right behind him. Polish Hammer. He's going to have to watch those. Penalties there. He takes it wide. Jacob going to be able to pass him. Polish falls back 1 spot. We'll see if David can take advantage of that. Jacob is so close to Culture. 0.5 and he's going to come around this corner. Let's see if he can try to make a move, but these two really have to catch up to Mayor. They do not have a lot of time to battle back and forth, so they might have to be pretty choosy on when they choose to make a run for P2 here. He is really getting into these corners. Fantastic. Jacob looking so strong. Polish Hammer has fallen back to almost 2 seconds behind. Not a great restart for him. Coming around the wall of champions, gets through okay, but man, does it look scary going through there. I'll tell you what. I'm pretty sure I would become great friends with that wall out there, and not in a great way. Take a look at this shot as these guys are going through 3 and 4. 3-second time penalty. Another victim is going to be David this time. David fell hard too. He went down to P12. Justin goes into the pits. I'm assuming those two might have made some contact going too wide. Here we go. David is going to fall to 13th. Justin goes up to 12th. Chargers in 11th. Sky goes up to 10th. His teammate Hokie Fan, he's going to be P9. This is for McLaren. Woof, his first race of the season. He's going to be P8. Oh no, it's Shames in 7th. Jacob, he moves up to P2 here, past Culture. He was leading this race and making that gap just increase lap after lap. He has since taken over P2, and he is trying to take over that lead from his teammate. Take a look at this battle, though. You don't want Barry White in the booth. You know what? I swear, Dion, you cracked me up. You should. You should. Taking a peek. That was so close. That could have been really, really bad going there, too. Oh! Mayer gets loose. Saves it from going into the inside wall. Jacob is going to pass him back to the lead. Here we go. Lap 16 of 35. It's just so easy to do coming out of these exits. You really have to watch that throttle. You have to baby it. I've heard that there's a lot more traction going into the corners and out of the corners on 2023. That is going to be something to watch for. These guys are really going to maneuver pretty drastically around there. Can be... Oh, here we go. Mayer getting pretty close once again. Culture just under a second. Take a look at these top 5, 6 drivers. J-Mac in the mix. He's P6. Absolutely insane. You gotta love how close this is. These drivers, they have 17 laps under their belts. I should say about 16 and a half. They know what they're doing now. They know how to test their boundaries, where to do it, where not to do it. And we're getting some fantastic competition out here. I know, Morgs. I'm trying. I've asked him a couple times. He needs to get in here. You just say yes, Dion. I'll get you in here. You guys will get to listen to Barry White in the booth. David, what happened? No. Circuit Gilles Villeneuve takes another one. Here we go. What happened here, you guys? I'm trying to picture it before we go. David, if you want to be in the booth, absolutely. We're gonna have Jacob goes in again. All right, we have some takers. Interesting. We have teammates going at the same time. You guys, let me know. How does that work? Just have to wait, I guess. All right. Well, there you go. All right, let me... Oh, wrong thing here. Let me get David in. Here come the penalties. A lot of takers for the pits. Mayer comes out 7th. I want to see what these guys, they have. Yeah, we have a couple of drivers with 2 stops. Jacob, Hokie Fan with 3 stops. Wolf with 2. Justin with 2. Let's see what kind of tire they're on. Chargers and Shames, they're going to be on the hard tire compound. Everyone else, they're out on mediums. 18 of 35 this race, you guys. Very, very interesting. It is going to be a hard race. Chargers, oldest tires in the field, 17 laps. This guy is hanging on to those things. David, you got a copy?
Copy.
All right, welcome. I feel... Polish says, I feel like Chase Elliott with all these penalties I'm getting. Oh, man. Don't remind me.
To explain what happened with me on the... let me just mute the stream to see myself. On the... I don't know if you caught it. On the first lap after the safety car, on the back straight we're on right now, I got spun. So that took my front wing. On trying to recover, I backed into the wall and busted my back wing.
Oh, no.
Went into the pits to change my front wing to try to see if I could be able to recover. Had no downforce because of back damage, and I hit the wall on my own. And that's my race done.
Brutal. Very brutal. It's a tough track. I feel like drivers either love it or hate it. Considering that you're out, okay, do you love this track? Do you hate it? How do you feel about it afterwards?
Actually, it's like on normal circumstances, it is one of my preferred tracks. It's more of a speed track than a technical track, but you definitely have to watch out for chicanes. I did have some corner cut issues in the first couple of laps. But if you can be able to nail those corners, if you're able to maintain the speed, this should be a good track. As of right now, not my favorite track.
I can't say I blame you. We're gonna have Mayor of Back City. He's gonna be back here at P7. A lot of cars to go through. Jacob P4 right now. Safety car in this lap, so we will go back to racing starting lap 20 with 16 to go. Man, oh man, do you think that we might have another safety car out here, David?
It will depend on how aggressive the drivers can be. If they can keep themselves clean in the next couple of laps, I think we might be all right. But I wouldn't. Don't blink or you'll miss it.
How about this, Skylan? He flies up to P3. I want to take a look. When's the last time he went? How many stops? He's got 1 stop. 9 lap old tires. Our top 3 are going to have the oldest tire. One of the oldest tires at 9 and 10 laps old. Chargers is going to have the oldest lap tires.
Oh, JC loses on the second corner.
JC, take a look at this battle here. Jacob moves up to P3. These guys just going at it as we're going through the S's here. Very, very tight. Very tight.
JC knee back into Jacob, trying to get back into 3rd place. I think he got away with it. Knee contact.
Jacob has been so strong in this race. He is looking to gain back. Mayor of Back City, a 3-second time penalty. That is going to hurt him as he tries to make his way through the field. He will have to have a 3-second gap over second if he plans on getting a win tonight, which would be his, I do believe, 3rd win in a row if he is able to accomplish this. But man, he just made that a little bit more difficult. Here we go through the wall of champion. Skyland, a 3-second time penalty. He is really pushing the limits here as he sits P2. P3, Jacob is looking at an overtake here coming up.
Mayer's gone into the pits. Looks like he got front wing damage. That's it down to 11. It's not really a good race right now. Georgia, same deal.
Yeah, he is not enjoying himself at the moment. Jacob still sits P3. Culture looking directly behind him. We have the top 5 or 6 drivers directly in a train. You can cover them with a blanket here. Gotta give a shout out to J-Mac though for leading. Hokie fan, 3-second time penalty. Let's take a look at these penalties. They are quickly adding up. 3 seconds in the front of the field, 6 seconds in the midfield, and 3 seconds in the rear of the field. Not what you want to see as a driver. J-Mac as our leader, looking really, really solid. No penalties, but Jacob looking to close that gap. DRS is enabled. Lap 22 of 35. Polish Hammer gets the fastest lap, a minute 13.7. David, what are the biggest trouble spots that you see out here?
If anything, probably all the chicanes could be trouble. Like you're seeing all the penalties coming up so far. It's if you go into the chicanes awkwardly, you're either cutting it, you're getting a penalty, or you're going wide and you're taking it slow. So this is one of those tracks where it's like you have to be able to nail those chicanes perfectly to carry the speed. Otherwise, you could lose a second a lap, and that could be a position or two right there.
Absolutely. Yeah, we've seen kind of both happen tonight. We've seen drivers cut it too close. We've seen drivers go too wide and get those penalties. So, and this is such a narrow track. It is very difficult to try to do this lap after lap 35 times and not have a penalty. Just very difficult. And never mind that. You got to do it as fast as you can. So I know I would not be able to do so. And take a look as we're coming around those corners. You see Culture as he almost hits the wall. You have to use every bit of the track that you can to get the speed that you need in order to get the momentum coming out of the exit. So that is something that is just you really have to be brave. Make sure that those tires can hold on to it. And it can be pretty sketchy going through these corners, but man, oh man, these guys, they make it look a little easy. Maribag City fastest lap, a minute 13.7. This is a man on a mission. He is currently sitting P11. You know he wants back up here. He has led several laps. He has been in the top 3, and unfortunately with this restart, he did get some damage, had to go in and repair that. He is back out, but sitting P11. J-Max still leading.
I'm looking ahead back to the battle for third here, because Culture is desperately trying to get past Skyline on the last 3 or 4 corners. Hoki is...
Here he goes for the pass.
He's catching up as well. Here he goes. He's going to go for the overtake.
Huge overtake for him. Oh, I was going to say... Too much speed heading into that final corner. That is going to cost him several spots as he absolutely spins it completely around. Shames 3-second time penalty. I know that is your teammate. Time penalty for him. He has been clean. Pretty clean so far this race, but unfortunate for him.
Actually, not to toot my own horn, but I bring him into the league. And for first time doing the racing league, I think he's doing pretty well. I think it's
absolutely
because going into this, he's very with the talent he got in here, because he got a very fast driver. I know it can be a bit daunting for him, but I feel like he's been doing alright so far. As he's trying to hold back Wolfish, and unfortunately he doesn't. Or you get the spot back.
We also have another battle brewing up, Polish with JC. He is right on the heels of JC, and these guys look like they're getting ready to battle for P4. But we can't remiss, here we have Jacob going for the lead on J Mac Attack. Rocky, you're too kind. I see that. Thank you so much. You're too kind. Polish 3-second time penalty. Those are just racking up. Stacking up, he's got 9 seconds in penalties.
It nearly looked like that cut in the corner, and he hit JC on the exit into the main straight. He looks like he got away with it, but it was very close.
Absolutely. Jacob just on the hunt for this lead. J-Mac is doing a great job of defending that lead, trying to get those laps in, but man, oh man, the run that Jacob has. If there was just a little more straight, he could do it, but man, he really pushed that heading into those final corners. Did a great job. We're heading into the hairpin here.
I can see this be at a very interesting point in the race now, because J-Max on 14 lap old tires. Going to the last 10 laps, he could come into the next 1 or 2 laps to try to get some soft.
Here he goes.
I think him and JC were going to have to come in at some point, and as soon as I say that, there he goes.
Yeah, he makes the pass. He's back into the lead and is able to woe it down heading into the final corner, so great job for him. Now he just has to be mistake-free, hold on to it, worry about what is ahead, Don't worry what's behind. He has 3 seconds in time penalties. With everyone behind him with those penalties, he should just be fine. Just can't get any more. Pokey Fanny's going to move up to second. J-Mac. Did he go into pits?
Yeah, he did. J-Mac went into the pits along
All
with...
right.
Yeah, no, that's what I said. He gone to him and... it was Jake C. There, like I said, they were both on 14-year-old tires on the mediums, so you have to have gone at some point. Both of them coming out on softs, so you can be able to last 10 laps on those softs, so... I say to be able to make a push and try to get some more places before we're done here tonight.
Another hit for Ferrari. Mayor of Bag City gets another 3-second time penalty. That adds up to 6 seconds and penalties. He is doing all he can to make his way through the field, but it is costing him in penalties. Really unfortunate. Man, there is just 5 drivers that do not have a penalty. Absolutely insane. Culture looking really, really good out here. He would gain, I would say, 2 positions, if I'm not mistaken, if he can hold on to it and not get any more, not get any penalties, I should say.
Take a look here. As we're standing right now, Jacob would still be able to hold the lead, but Hokie with 3 seconds more penalties. Polish would fall down to 6th, I believe, or 6th or 7th even right now.
Yeah.
With the 9 seconds.
Skyland gets a 3-second time penalty. That's going to be 6 for him also. 3 drivers with 6 seconds. We have 3 drivers with 3 seconds. And we're going to have Polish with 9. He did such a fantastic job last week here at China. So really unfortunate to see how this race is going for him as far as the penalties. But man, take a look. He is right on the heels of Hokie Fan, going for the pass here, heading into that corner. Let's, hold on to it. Great job as he moves to P2, but those penalties, if it ends right now, he would not keep that spot. With these guys battling it out, Jacob is just putting that gap on the field to almost 10 seconds. He is looking so solid. Just keep it clean. Keep those penalties under control, and he has got this race in the bag. This would be his 4th win of the season, which would put Ferrari at 8 wins this season. That's absolutely insane. Hokie Fan, I'm impressed with how he's doing tonight. He's got 6 seconds in penalties, but he is up there P3 on the heels of Polish Hammer. He's got JDM Culture just under 2 seconds. But podium finish, if he can do that tonight, that would be absolutely amazing. We're going to have Culture and J-Mac. These two are teammates for Mercedes, I should say. They are 4th and 5th. J-Mac is about 4.6 behind as he went into pits. Mr. Met, what's up? How are you? David, who are you watching right now?
I'm actually looking at Mayor right now. He's making a big push through the field now. He's looking at Leaf for 6th place here. He's already gotten a couple of places in the last corner. Oh, he tried to go on the outside of Justin, just couldn't get the room. He had to back off a little bit. But like I said, in the last lap, I think he got like 2 or 3 corners, 2 or 3 positions in the first couple of corners in the previous lap. So he is really making a push. And I say, you know, it may not be the best result for him, but I think he's going to aim for at least a top 5 finish here.
Yeah, he is having a massive run to the home stretch. He is just trying to gain those positions back. We'll see what he can do. He's still got to keep it clean, and these cars really like to get squirrely coming out of these exits here. So he has a lot to lose with mistakes that he could possibly make. So he's trying to keep it clean. Wolf gets another penalty, or I should say his first penalty. 3 seconds, so our drivers with no penalty moves down to 4. This is insane. Polish is having another good race. I have to say it. Here we go. Mayer goes for the pass over Justin heading into the corner. Man, oh man, that was very, very tight, but he makes it. P6 for him. Justin moves back to P7. Great job for these guys.
Right now, though, with Mayer with his penalties, he will drop down to 8th, so he's going to have to get a bit more distance.
Oki fan is coming up on the heels of Polish, though. 0.5 behind. Another great race for Hokie fan. Husky, where are you? Where are you? That was a smooth pass. It was a very smooth pass. Take a look at these guys as they're heading into the corner. Hairpin, then we're going to have a straight coming up. Going to head into the wall of champions. We'll see if he can't make a move. It is not going to happen this time around.
Okay, looks like he's going to try to make the move here. Got a DRS in the back straight.
I don't know if he's going to have enough. Yeah, he's not going to have enough. Let's go on board with him. I don't think he's going to have enough going into turns 1 and 2. Chargers in a 3-second time penalty. That's 6 for him. He says P12 at the moment. Skyland, we saw him up top 3 in the field, but he has moved down to 11th after taking his stop. Hokie fan really battling conditions, trying to make his way up Polish. Kind of struggling as we're on lap 31 of 35, so this race is quickly coming to a close. If they want to do something, they're going to have to do it soon. Jacob just in a fantastic position here, but Hokie gets a time penalty. 2nd and 3rd, 9 seconds each. So these guys will not be competing for the win unless something drastic happens to Jacob. With how consistent he is, I don't see it going to happen.
This is gonna be a case of if the driver's gonna be able to maintain the tires with all the top 4 drivers having at least 13 lap tires with 4 to go. You gotta make sure that you don't get too aggressive with these tires. I think
this battle.
I think the gap is probably like 16, 17 laps with these mediums. So.
Hokie and Polish playing musical cars out here, just switching positions back and forth. A 2-man dance for P2. Hokie fan moves it to 2nd. Polish is going to fall back to 3rd. And Culture is saying, hey, you guys keep battling it out. I am right on your heels. Make a mistake, I will take that over. Absolutely incredible. 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, all battling for position. J-Mac trying to make his way up there as he sits P5. He's got them in his sights. He's just got to close that gap. Here we go. Jacob getting ready to enter 33 of 35. What a race for him. Culture with a front row seat with this battle right here. Hokie really trying to defend this. Man, oh man. I don't know. I'm a little nervous. This looks like it can get a little sketchy very quickly. Culture trying to make a move on Polish. Not enough time or room to do so. Here he goes for another try. Polish is going to block that move. Meanwhile, he's trying to get up to Hokie, but he's got Culture on his heels. Mayor of Bag City. This is going to be 9 seconds. We have 3 drivers with 9 seconds. Not what you want to see. Husky, I sent you a couple invites. So I was hoping you were going to get it. Sorry to see that.
Looking at the penalties right now, if things stay the way they are, you could actually see a Mercedes 2-3 on the podium here. Culture and J-Mac, if they were able to keep up with them, Culture could get 2nd and J-Mac could get 3rd. So
oh, absolutely.
Even if they don't get the overtakes here, if they maintain, they could still get the podium.
Yeah, you can see J-Mac. I mean, he's got these guys on his side. He is closing that gap down. So we might have a 4-man battle out here for P2, which would be extremely interesting. We're quickly approaching our final lap, though. This battle is just...
Make the overtake on the first corner, but it looks like I had to back off.
Yeah. What a battle.
Going side by side.
Polish, his race is over for this. 12 seconds and penalties. So unfortunate. He's going to fall so many spots out here. JC, 3-second time penalty. Another victim to the penalties. 3 drivers with 0 penalties. The rest of them have at least 3 seconds. Incredible. Polish has had to slow it down in order to try not to gain another penalty. Culture, this is where he's got to take advantage, yet he has to be safe on this. You know what? He doesn't even have to take advantage. He just needs to keep it clean, and him and his teammate can finish possibly 2nd and 3rd unless something crazy happens on this final lap. But he's got his teammate right there. Mayor of Bag City is quickly approaching. However, he's got those 9 seconds. J-Mac is going to make the pass over his teammate. He moves to P4. Culture goes to P5. What a race, you guys. Jacob, you know, what a phenomenal race for him. 3 seconds and penalties, not going to do a darn thing. He's going to hold out this lead. Hokie fan, another penalty for him. 12 seconds for 2nd and 3rd. That has absolutely allowed J-Mac and Culture to capture 2nd and 3rd, taking it from Hokie and Polish.
They got right now, they could completely drop out of the top 5.
Incredible. Absolutely incredible. A race that has been determined for the finish by these penalties. Polish on the heels of Hokie fan. Jacob, here he goes around the wall of champions, and he is going to be a 4-time winner this season. A huge congratulations to him at the Circuit Gilles Villeneuve. He gets it done.
Trying to make the move on the inside. They're trying to get 2nd place. They made contact.
Polish is going to take a 2nd, but that is not going to last as he's got 15 seconds and penalties. J-Mac takes that over for 2nd. Culture in 3rd. Hokie fan, I can't even say where these guys are going to finish, but yeah, he's going to continue to drop. Justin moves up to P4. You guys, this is wild. Absolutely insane. Polish falls to P7. Hokie P5. Mayor P6. JC going to be P8. Sky 9th. Wolf is going to run out the top 10 for hit. Well, I say that and he falls. Shames moves up to the top 10.
I'm a little bit biased. Place. Points for Haas.
Absolutely. I'm speechless. This race has me speechless. Jacob, though, consistent, fast. He had it all this race. Gets it done with a win, 4th of the season. Incredible. Great job to him.
Just look at that. Like that. This could show me why this is like one of my personal favorite tracks. It's a very fast track, and it's more technical than people think, especially with all those penalties. It's, yeah, to make a bad math joke here, it's a matter of centimeters to make sure you stay on that track and don't cut the corners. And all the unfortunately, some of the drivers felt it more than others, and had a complete shuffle of the finishing position because of it. But can't take anything away from the 3 drivers on the podium.
Yeah, these guys gave it their all. Unfortunately, for some of them, it did not play out the way that they had hoped. Culture is anonymous. Look at all these anonymous. Hopefully, we can get these guys in here. All right, we have these guys. Jacob is the winner. J-Mac Attack in 2nd. Culture going to round out the podium finishers here. Justin, he loves this track. It's a P4. Solid finish for the day. Hokie fan in 5th. Mayor of Bag City after some contact, he gets P6. We have J-Mac in the booth with a P2. Before we get to that, let me try to invite these guys again. We need cultures to go so I can see him. All right, while we're waiting, we're going to talk with J-Mac Attack. He is driver of the day. If someone can be so kind and invite culture, if you can see him. I can't see him. He's shown anonymous. But J-Mac Attack, driver of the day out here. How about that finish and these penalties? How did you make it so you could get in the podium finish? P2 tonight. How'd you get it done?
I mean, just luck of the draw and managed to keep it on track a little bit more often than everyone else did, I guess. I don't know. It just kind of had a bad start and then got spun early and somehow didn't get any damage from it. And we're playing catch up from that and got a couple of safety cars and they came at weird times for the strategy. And first time I came in and pit, and the second time I elected to stay out because I figured I was going to need to pit again, which I don't know. I probably should have come in right then, but then I would have been back in the mess. And staying out allowed me to you know, after JC spun, I had clean air for like 3 or 4 laps, and you know, got to pretend I was famous there for a little while. So that was fun. Lead some laps, and yeah, then just pit, and from there it was just see what we could do. I knew that some of the guys up in front of me had penalty trouble, and my teammate was up there, and they were biting him like a dog for whatever reason, even though they obviously couldn't beat him, and that allowed me to catch up to him, and he let me go, which didn't need to do that, but I definitely appreciate it, because we were racing for position there, and I think he is higher than me in the points. So in reality, he has priority, but again, I definitely appreciate it. So just some crazy racing there at the end with everybody with different numbers they're trying to get to because they all have different penalty values. And got with 3 to go, I got my second warning. I got my first warning under one of the safety cars like an idiot, and I got my second warning there with about 3 to go. So I was a little worried that I'd screwed the pooch, but we were able to keep it going and came home with a solid second place finish somehow.
Yeah, a solid second and great points for Mercedes out here. So exciting to watch. But man, that battle at the end, and you were just closing that gap. Really fun to see that. And you guys mix it up. I know, you know, they had the penalties, but it was definitely fun to watch. Huge congratulations to you on a P2 tonight and driver of the day. You did great out there.
Well, I mean, I'm glad it put it in the wall or anything. And, yep, brought her home, and we'll go on to wherever we're racing next week, or 2 weeks from now, or 3 weeks from now, whatever it is.
Absolutely. All right, we're going to talk to our winner now, Jacob. 4 wins for the season. We saw kind of a crazy race. We had a couple of safety cars out here. How'd your race go? And were you not too happy when you saw the first safety car?
I actually wasn't worried about the safety car, though it didn't help Tim or I at all. Like we expected them coming into the race, and it didn't throw the tire strategy off too bad because we started on hards. So I thought I was going to go medium soft afterwards, but it ended up being 2 runs on mediums. And it was a great start. Like I thought Tim and I had 1-2 locked up, and then safety car happens. Eventually Tim lost spots because he had to pit with me on the second safety car. So I feel kind of bad. He got trapped back there. That was the only like actually unfortunate part with our race, and obviously him slipping up whenever it was 1-2.
Right.
But otherwise, really good. I was happy on pace to be able to like go toe to toe with Tim and like have good speed and actually beat him to DRS on the first run. So
yeah, an incredible run out
it.
there. As you should be. You've had an incredible season. I know you had to know that there was a battle going on behind you. Were you concerned that they were going to catch you before that, or did you think you were pretty confident in how it was going to finish out?
Yeah, well, at first I was concerned I needed to gap JMac by 6 seconds because I had one penalty with more warnings. And
Yeah.
for all I know, he can stay out in front of me and not pit. Little did I know he needed to pit. That was the only time I was actually worried. It's convenient when you can just ride around and the cars behind you are not close to your deficit with the penalties because I had one, but it was so comfortable. And I was still being able to pull the lead. So it was actually easy, thankfully. My competition
Nice.
had things happen to them, so that part's lucky. But yeah, I didn't get into any trouble, so glad I got what I was able to get.
Yeah, you kept it clean and you brought it home. So 4 wins. It's amazing out there. So great job. Congratulations on the win tonight.
Thank you.
All right, David, we have Culture rounding out the podium finish, and he is for Mercedes. You want to give him an interview?
Yeah, actually, I was just thinking, Culture. I was watching that, and I was seeing all the penalties, and knowing that with your penalties, you could have still gotten second or third, even if you didn't make the overtakes. So, in those last 4 or 5 laps, talk us through the mindset. Like, what was going through your minds those last few laps?
Simple. I mean, I was gonna try to pass them. I had the speed to do it, but they were fighting each other and making their car as wide as possible. And I'm not about to risk my podium trying to pass some guys that are being over aggressive for no reason. So, and then my teammate came up, so I just let him by. I mean, if one of us is faster, I think it's just right if the for the slower one to just let the teammate by. So if I'm slower one week, it's fair for me to let JMac by, and if I'm faster than JMac the next week, then hopefully he would do the same. And I think we've been pretty fair to each other all season too. So
It's very, very important to have teammates that work together like that and not have any hierarchy and all that. So, going. So, what's how's the confidence going into the next race? We got a final race going in Austria before the break. So, how are you gonna take this going into the next race?
I'll probably practice a little bit just to warm up and just see what everybody else's lap times are, and that's about it. I mean, Austria is one of the easiest tracks on the schedule, so yeah.
All right, well, that's very much. Congratulations on the podium, and let's see if we can get another one next week.
Yeah, thanks, man.
All right, there you have it. A crazy wild night here at Canada. Next week, you heard it, kind of an easier track compared to tonight. I don't think we're going to see the penalties that we saw here. So I'm excited for it to see what these guys can bring. But man, an exciting race. If you missed it, go back. You'll have to watch it. We appreciate you guys tuning in tonight, rooting for the drivers and hanging out with us here in the broadcast booth. A lot of fun. We will be back next week, same time, same day, next Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern time. We'll see you in Austria. You guys take it easy. Have a great week. That was crazy. Yeah, that was wild.